Right, if only there was a great way of helping you create impact without a golf ball. And I've struggled with that probably for the last 20 years. If people know me, I get a little early with my shoulders. And what has been handy, I've pretty much used this impact bag for the last sort of 4 or 5 years to rest my feet on. But guess what? If we were to use it for the actual job we should use it for, let me tell you, this is one of the best drills there is. Right, so impact bag, it's just, as you can see, bag, it's full of clothes. Now, back in the day, and we're talking a long time back when Hickory was around, myself and Warren Bennett, who's one of my best mates, I can remember us back in the day at North Foreland golf course, great golf course, using a tyre. We used an actual physical tyre. I think we taped a little bit of sponge to the side of this tyre, which, let me tell you, didn't take up a lot of the impact when we stood there and hit full out shots. Now, if you ever follow him on his YouTube channel or whatever, what you'll probably see if you ever asked him is when Pagey first hit his shot into the tyre, what did he do? And what I did was that I had a massive sort of bow in my left wrist. The club worked up and over it, and I nearly missed it because I've always been a little bit, when I started going wrong, quick with my shoulders. My first ever shot was up this way, and I nearly broke my wrist. That's probably why my hands aren't as good as they were as they are now. Now, what I've learned through the years and what I've come back to using over the last few weeks or month, wish I'd done it before, is using this impact bag correctly. So when you hit the impact bag, obviously it's a little harder than it's not stopping like a golf ball. Golf ball never causes you any pain really when you hit a golf shot. So you can get into the wrong position. We can exaggerate. We can kind of get into these wrong positions. It doesn't hurt us. It just affects how the ball works. As soon as my body thinks, oh, hang on a minute, this bag's a little heavy, it's going to sort of stop. It's going to create some kind of impact, pressure, or some kind of, it's not pain, but it perceives that it could be pain. What my body does instinctively, and I think that's partly being let's say, a reasonably good sportsman, is immediately it tells me that I want to try and get this line. I think logically, the line between my forearm, arm and club into a fairly vertical line here. And also it tells my body that I need to get my weight moving forward to avoid putting, let's say, strain on my left wrist or using my body in the wrong way. So what it also teaches me to do, which is something that I know a lot of us struggle with, and I do as well, is getting that club too late. And again, if my club gets too late into the ball, can you see how we're hitting it almost with the shank of the club? And as we're moving this way, the club and the hands are forward and we're open here with the shoulder. So what this will do when you do it properly, so if I set up here and I make a reasonably good backswing, as I make a downswing here, there's impact. Now immediately my weight's moved into that left leg, as you can kind of almost hear and see. But also my club head has been told to hurry up, because if it gets too late and lazy, I'm going to go over the top of it again. So in feeling that I've got the club coming maybe a smidge from the inside will help you guys maybe at home. But if I'm there, immediately my body's pushing off my right side, it's into my left leg. And can you see how we've got that nice solid position here? So again, impact bag almost makes, as it says on the tin or on the side of it, makes you get into that kind of faster club and that more vertical position here, and you can see into that left leg. And that, if you're watching the US Open this week, people, you are going to see pretty much all the good players standing there and going in some form or another. And so it's not about hitting it hard, although I am hitting it reasonably hard. I can hit it quite softly now. So if I just stood here and went, my body's starting to learn that kind of feeling of that right hand firing. And you know, if we talked in previous videos, we want the right hand working. And as my right hand works, we have a little bit of belt buckle, and there's that impact. So again, right hand, belt buckle, there's impact. This is a great little drill. This is probably one of the all-time simplest things to do. I wouldn't advocate going as Warren and I did with the tyre. That was a little bit excessive, I think, back in the day. But when you're young, you think you know it all, you think you'd be invincible. But it's that feeling of just the club quicker, the arms, and the belt buckle rotating as well. I hope that makes sense. Enjoy your weekend.